out, guys. Looks like we got Jeff loosened up. We're going to bring him up onto the center stage here. Now, trials riding is all about control and balance. So you guys can see Jeff is hanging out here. He doesn't need to put his feet on the ground, doesn't even need a kickstand. He's riding a gas, which is a Spanish-built motorcycle. It's built specifically for trials competition. Comes right out of the box just like this. Only 145 pounds. It's got a 300cc two-stroke motor in it. You can see he uses all the suspension, hop in the front tire, the rear tire. Trials is all about control. So these bikes are very light, which makes them very nimble, but also very unstable. You can see barely moving that right hand on the throttle, just the most tiny movement of the hand. The brakes are very, very sensitive as well. Getting some nice circle wheelies going here. Now Jeff Aaron, not only a trials rider, that is where he learned his moves from, but he's been riding a sport called Enduro Cross. I'm sure you guys have seen it in the magazines. And Enduro Cross has made it into the X Games, so Jeff is going to be riding in the X Games on July 1st. So next Sunday, a week from today, we're going to be doing the X Games. Jeff's going to be riding the Geico Honda Christini, a two-wheel drive Enduro motorcycle. Looks like Jeff's getting warmed up here, tearing some stuff up for us this afternoon. Cruising across the front side. Looks like he's checking out all three of those ERE cylinders. Now, if normally trials, obstacles, you'd be in the woods where you'd be riding over giant logs and rocks and stuff. We wanted to bring it out to you guys so you don't have to go out in the woods, so we figured we'd build some giant logs here for you. Now, they're about waist high, and Jeff is going to try riding his motorcycle over top of them. And no problem, jumping the bike right up on top. Now, it's all point to point here. A lot of focus on exactly where his front and rear tire are. And he doesn't even keep in mind about balance. I mean, he's just up there. So now he's got to use enough clutch and throttle to give it enough hop to get onto the top of the second obstacle. So a lot of focus here. And everything's got to be just right, just like that. No problem. Now in trials competitions, the higher the class you ride, the more difficult, the more technical they'll make the riding. So Jeff's going to show you how to make a simple obstacle much more diverse here. Up on top of the object, jumping the bike 90 degrees, and not even something you think about is hopping on top of these cylinders. I mean, it'd be one thing just to ride over top of them, but Jeff is really taking it to the next level, utilizing this motorcycle to be very specific about his moves. A lot of focus right there. Turning the motorcycle right around, and look at this, on the rear tire. Those last two, give it up for him, guys. Yeah, lighten up the rear tire for us. Scrubbing off some of that Dunlop tire. Now Jeff is checking out our Red Bull Pyramid down here. Now it goes straight up one side, drops right off the other. To put this in perspective for you guys can see, I'm about 6 foot tall. And over the top, it's a huge obstacle, okay? Jeff is going to be grabbing, I think, third, fourth gear. He's going to hit this as hard as he can. And you guys are going to have to catch him if he overshoots a little bit. So just keep your eyes open. It shouldn't be a big deal. All right, so let's make some noise for him, guys. Here we go. Jeff coming in on the throttle, going for it. Oh, evil Knievel fake out. Now, Jeff doesn't need nearly that much run in an obstacle. In trials competitions, the way that you make an obstacle more difficult is to give yourself less run, less of a chance to build up enough speed. So you'll notice these motorcycles accelerate very, very quickly. You'll notice Jeff is only a bike length away from this obstacle that's over the top of his head, and he is 6'4". So let's make some noise for Jeff. We'll get him fired up. Let's see him over the top of this obstacle. Just like that, onto the rear tire, wheeling down the backside. It would be so easy to loop out or not make it to the top of that. Now Jeff, like we were saying, we're going to make this even more difficult for him. Look how close he is to this obstacle. I mean, it's one thing just to get the clutch out before you hit the obstacle, because he's only a couple feet away. So, one more time, guys. Let's make some noise for him. Let's get him fired up. Let's see Jeff over this. throttle right up to the top and drop it off the other side. All right. I'm ready. Jeff. He's coming in. Okay, working on the front brake there a little bit. That's not the bunny hop I was looking for. But we'll let him try it again. Maybe the other side is better. That's just to close my eyes for these parts. Okay, so Jeff's on the rear tire this time and gonna try not to smash me because I really don't like this part of the show, to be honest with you. He says, don't move, just close your eyes. It'll be no big deal. I mean, wow. See how it is, Jeff? Thought we were buddies. Okay. Oh, you thought it was fun. I didn't. Oh, no, that's not funny either. What do you guys think? Was that alright? Alright, Jeff. Enough screwing around. Let's go for it.